If you guys just got a new credit card with Chase Bank and you're not too happy with the credit limit they gave you because you actually wanted something a little higher, I got you. If you guys have 2 Chase credit cards or more, you guys can actually do something called a credit limit migration with them, which can actually be very helpful depending on the situation that you're in. Now, for those out there that don't know what a credit limit migration is, it's pretty much when you transfer some or all of your credit limit from one of your Chase credit cards onto another Chase credit card that you may have, so that way it has a higher limit. Now, there are plenty of benefits of doing something like this, so what I want to do in this video is show you guys how and why you should be doing this, but more importantly, does this make sense for your personal situation? So if you guys want more information in regards to this, then make sure to watch this video all the way to the end, so that way you, sir or ma'am, do not miss out on any good financial information that can help you out. If you're already subscribed, then welcome back. But if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Ish Sanford, and you are now watching Just Money, where we talk about financial related topics such as personal and business credit, real estate, and other financial related topics. So if that's something you're into, then you're probably going to want to consider subscribing. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. Now, there are a few financial institutions out there that will let you reallocate your credit limit on one of your credit cards with them onto another, and just to name a few besides Chase Bank are going to be Navy Federal Credit Union and Capital One. All three of these financial institutions will let you do something called a credit limit migration, which is again when you transfer some or all of your credit limit that you have with them onto another credit card that you may have with them, so that way you can have a higher limit. So if you think about it in a sense, it's kind of like doing a balance transfer, except you're transferring the credit limits and not the balance. Now, why would you guys even want to do this in the first place? Well, as I mentioned earlier, if you just got approved for another new credit card with one of these financial institutions and you're not too happy with the credit limit that they gave you, then this can actually be a beneficial option for you. For example, let's say you have a Chase credit card that has a $30,000 credit limit on it, and you just got approved for the Chase Freedom Flex credit card that came with a $3,000 credit limit. The problem with having a $3,000 credit limit is that whenever you guys go to apply for other credit cards, other lenders out there are going to look at your comparable credit, and that $3,000 limit is going to mess you up when it comes to getting a high limit on your next credit card. So instead of them giving you a credit limit of around $30,000, they're going to bring you down a little more than that, since you have another credit card that has a lower limit. So what you guys can do to avoid this is the credit limit migration hack. I would roughly transfer $12,000 of my credit limit on my Chase Freedom Limited credit card onto my Chase Freedom Flex credit card, so that way they're both roughly around the same amount. So if I were to do this, my new limit on my Chase Freedom Flex card would now be $15,000, and my new limit on my Chase Freedom Limited credit card would now be $18,000. So now when you go to apply for another credit card, they're going to take a look at your comparable credit, and if they see pretty decent credit limits on both of your credit cards, then that right there is going to entice them to give you a limit roughly around that $15,000 to $18,000 range. And actually, another good thing about doing this is if you guys are doing this on a credit card that has a 0% intro APR on purchases and balance transfers for a specific amount of time, then you can definitely take advantage of a promotion like this to the fullest. So for example, if you guys have debt from another credit issuer, like let's say you owe $8,000 on a Navy Federal credit card, and your plan to get out of debt was to do a balance transfer onto your new Freedom Flex credit card that you just got approved for $3,000, you wouldn't be able to do it because the credit limit is way too low. If you're $8,000 in debt on your Navy Federal credit card, but you just got approved for $3,000 on your Chase Freedom Flex credit card, then that's going to be a no-go. But if you do the credit limit migration hack and transfer the credit limit from one of your other Chase credit cards onto this one, like how I mentioned earlier, then you'll be able to transfer your entire balance that you had on your Navy Federal credit card onto your new Freedom Flex credit card that has a 0% intro APR on both purchases and balance transfers. So there's definitely ways out there that you guys can get creative with, so that way you guys can get out of credit card debt or just improving your finances in general. And you guys can actually do this with the business credit cards as well. It's not only just the personal credit cards that Chase offer. Just know when doing this though, they're only going to allow you to do this from business to business and personal to personal. If you guys think you're going to transfer your personal to business or your business to personal, no, it doesn't work like that. But also really quick guys, if you guys are finding any of this information helpful, if you guys could do me a favor and hit the like button, I would truly appreciate it, because it really helps me out a lot, and then it's also a dope way to help support the channel. But anyways, one more benefit I want to leave you guys with before I start talking about the rules on how to even get a credit limit migration with Chase is this. Check this out. You guys can actually transfer your entire credit limit from one of your Chase credit cards onto another Chase credit card if you guys actually plan on closing the card. Now, of course, if you guys do this, it is going to drop your credit limit a little bit because you are going to lose that history. So only do this if it makes sense for your personal situation. A lot of people tend to do this on the business side because when they're trying to get funding for their business, the best 2 business credit cards that you can get from Chase is going to be the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited and the Chase Inc. Business Cash credit cards. Both of those credit cards are going to offer you a 0% intro APR on purchases for the first 12 months. And the good thing about those 2 credit cards is they PG off your personal credit, but they do not report to your personal credit. So a lot of people out there love to get these 2 credit cards, but once you guys have these 2 credit cards, you can't really get them again unless you apply under a different entity. So what a lot of people love to do is transfer their credit limit on one of those 2 Chase Inc. credit cards onto another, and then close the Chase Inc. credit card that got the credit limit taken away, and then apply for one of those Chase credit cards again once they're eligible for the bonus again. And this is kind of like a pretty smart thing to do because of these 2 reasons right here. One, if you guys apply for the same credit card again, whether it's the Business Unlimited or the Business Chase Cash credit card, you're going to get another 12 months of 0% intro APR on your purchases. And 2, you'll have a bigger credit limit on one of your Chase Inc. business credit cards, which will then allow you to do another credit limit migration onto the new credit card you got that has the 0% offer. So you can actually make some really good plays by doing this, but you just got to get a little bit creative with the financing. But to even be eligible for this in the first place, your account does have to be in good standing, because if it's not in good standing, then you're not going to be eligible for a credit limit migration. So before you even request a credit limit migration, make sure your payments are all good and everything's all good and your account isn't overdue before requesting one. And by the way, you guys do not have to be with Chase for a specific amount of time in order to do a credit limit migration. You guys can pretty much do it with them anytime you want, whether you're a new customer or old customer, it doesn't matter. You can literally do it whenever you guys want to. But the best part about this is that it does not affect your credit score at all, unless you choose to close one of your credit cards, of course. So if you guys are interested in doing this, all you have to do is call the number on the back of your Chase credit card and tell them you want to reallocate some of your credit limit to another Chase credit card you have, and they will gladly do it for you. And you guys can do this with any credit card you have with Chase. It doesn't matter if it's old, doesn't matter if it's new. You guys can literally do it with any credit card you have with them. And once you guys do hop on the phone with them, it is going to be effective immediately once you guys make that call. Now, one thing I will say though is if you guys are going to do a credit limit migration with Chase, you have to keep $500 on that card after doing the credit limit migration. And if you guys have debt on that credit card, like let's say you only owe a few $100s or so, they're going to make you keep a credit limit of at least $1,000 if you have debt on that card. So pretty much guys, before you guys request a credit limit migration, make sure your account is in good standing and you don't have any debt on your credit card, so that way you guys can get the most out of this. But that's going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. I hope you guys found value in any of this information as always. And if you guys are looking to receive mentorship from me, because that is something that I now offer, send an email to my business email, justmoneyish@gmail.com, saying mentorship, and I'll speak with you guys there. And also, if you guys are looking to get funding for your business, like anywhere from $50,000 to $150,000 plus in capital, so that way you guys can actually scale and grow your business, send an email to my business email saying funding, and I'll speak with you guys there. But also, if you guys are looking to repair your credit because maybe you have derogatory items on your credit, like late payments, charge-offs, collections, and stuff like that, send an email to my business email saying credit repair, because I have an amazing credit repair person that I definitely work with that can definitely help you guys out. So send that email to me and I'll see you guys there. But if you guys made it to the end of the video, then I truly do appreciate you guys. We are at 69,515 subscribers at the time of this recording, so I do appreciate all who watch. I do post weekly videos for those that don't know, but if you guys haven't yet already, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't yet already, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that way you guys get notified every time I post a new video. And again, we talk about personal and business credit, real estate, and other financial related topics. So if that's something you're into, then you're probably going to want to consider subscribing. We talk about how to get high limits on your guys' credit cards, how to boost your personal credit, how to obtain business credit. We talk about real estate. We talk about mortgage loan programs. We talk about all that. So this is your one-stop shop. And also really quick, for those out there that do not know, I am a licensed real estate agent and I'm also a licensed mortgage loan originator. So if you're trying to purchase or sell a home and you guys are in Southern California, all my information will always be in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.